Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking all things gaming, culture, and mind control, electronic games and their popularity, and how kids have become a unique culture for young generations when it comes to the passion for gaming, the effects of these games, and how various factors affect a child's personality, level of interest, and amount of time spent playing it. We've got a wonderful panel lined up for us today. We're very, very kindly joined by Dr. Ashema Talib Hussain, who holds a doctorate in knowledge management and in innovation, and also is an author of Shrink It, who's very kindly joined us today. Thank you very much for joining us. We're also very kindly joined by Dr. Nihad Suleiman Hijazi, who's a director of media and communication at Cairo University and author of her master's study on children's learning. We're also very kindly joined by Tamara Clark, who is the queen of UAE tech scene and is author of Super Surfer book and a columnist at Entrepreneur Middle East, and is very kindly supported and sponsored by the US mission in the United Arab Emirates. Now, I'd like to start the discussions by opening the floor for an open discussion today. Firstly, it's a very topical discussion when it comes to how can parents identify what is a good game or a bad game. Samara, if I'd ask you to shed some light on identifying what's a good game or a bad game.
I think for parents to identify a good game versus a bad game is to really consider the context of what the child is doing in the game. So we have games that are sports related, we have games that have some academic benefit to it. They need to ask themselves, if I let my child spend time playing this game, is there any positive benefit that they'll come away with? And if the answer is yes, that they can identify something positive that the child will come away with, then I think that's a game worth playing.
That's nicely summarized over there as well. And Dr. Nihad, if you'd like to shed some thought on this.
هو في طريقتين ان هو يختار الالعاب الالكترونيه المناسبه للطفل. الطريقه الاولى ان هو يدخل على الانترنت ويكتب تصنيف الالعاب الالكترونيه، هيجيله كل التصنيفات للالعاب وباسمائها، هيعرف منها اللعبه دي عنيفه، اللعبه دي مفيده، فيها محتوى تعليمي، ليها مخاطر. دي طريقه.
Rightly put in terms of how parents have to identify what benefits them or with the children overall. Now, I'd like to touch upon a very important aspect of it is the child's personality. What are the dangers to a child's personality when it comes to gaming? That's a key topic of our discussion today as well. So I'd like to ask Tamara to start off by discussing the impact of gaming or bad gaming on children's personality.
I can speak not only as a professional but also as a parent who has little boys who love to game. I think there's the potential for an obsessiveness to come with gaming, and parents need to be watchful of that. And one of the best ways to counteract that as a negative effect of gaming is to schedule it, okay, to be very conscientious about timing. I think we probably will expand on that a little later in the discussion, but we want to prevent an obsessive compulsiveness with gaming. So that's what I would say.
That's right. Okay. And the other aspects, I'll ask Dr. Nihad as well, who's an educator, works in this field. Personality development, so the challenges. What are the negative connotations when it comes to the personality for children?
تأثير الألعاب الإلكترونية على شخصية الطفل دي تأثير رهيب. ممكن توصل الطفل إدمان الألعاب الإلكترونية، ممكن توصله لحاجة اسمها العزلة الاجتماعية.
Yeah, another point raised about the timings that they give towards them and prioritizing their own schedule as well. I'd like to shift to a very important topic as well, and what Dr. Ashema brings as well is the security perspective, because your day job is in the police department, and would like to touch a little bit about the security perspective for the public when it comes to gaming from the public's point of view.
الألعاب الإلكترونية لها مخاطر أمنية وشرطية كبيرة جدا، وفي قضايا كثيرة في الشرطة مرتبطة بالألعاب الإلكترونية. واحدة منها مثل ما ذكرت الدكتورة يتم اجتذاب الأطفال عن طريق الألعاب الإلكترونية. يعني الولد يلعب مثلا لعبة مثل روبلوكس، يتكلم مع طفل هو على باله الطفل من سنه، بس يكون ياس يتكلم مع شخص ناضج الادلت، يكون هذا الطفل الشخص اللي قدامه عمره 30-40 سنة.
So the discussions today looked at a variety of different topics when it comes to parenting, the control, and the amount of time that parents can allow their children, and what is screen time, and should we evaluate. And most of the panelists agree that the screen time should also be the amount spent on screen when it comes to education, as well as the time they spend on when it comes to video gaming as well. Thank you for watching these videos, and you can always subscribe to my channel, and of course you can catch more videos on the website below.